You're watching the news at 6, live from the Asogli Hall of Residence. I am Setu Chinam. Our main headlines. UHAS hosts students from the University of Tulsa in the United States to engage in a student exchange program.
So we welcome international students for the whole degree or just for a 6-month exchange.
103, 104.
TESCOM holds ballot elections to elect new executives for the academic year. Meanwhile, TEEN appoints interim executives and promises to hold new elections next semester. We'll have all the latest on the two largest political groups on campus. Also tonight, the SRC Women's Commissioner announces a scholarship package worth 2,500 Ghana cedis for two female students in UHAS.
With the SRC by MFA Adawuda Foundation to support two female students on campus on their living expenses with an amount of
and UHAS holds Ways or Games in honor of the Vice Chancellor. Good evening and welcome to the news at 6. This is the news at 6 live coming to you from the Asogli Hall of Residence. Now to our first story. A group of students from the University of Tulsa, based in the U.S. state of Oklahoma, visited UHAS as a part of Students Exchange Program. The program was aimed at fostering cultural exchange, sharing academic knowledge, and building stronger relationships between the two institutions. The forum brought together students from the various faculties of UHAS and visiting students from the University of Tulsa. Sandra has more in this report.
The University of Health and Allied Sciences, UHAS, as the institution, held a students' exchange forum with international students who visited from the University of Tulsa, based in the United States of America. The forum was held on Tuesday, 14th March 2023, and was aimed at fostering cultural exchange, sharing academic knowledge, and building stronger relationships between the two institutions. The event brought together students from various faculties at UHAS and the visiting students from the University of Tulsa. During the forum, the students engaged in lively discussions on various topics and were introduced to various programs studied at the University of Tulsa. The visiting students from the University of Tulsa also had the opportunity to learn about the Ghanaian culture and way of life. The forum was a great success, and both UHAS and the University of Tulsa expressed their commitment to continuing such exchange programs in the future. This is part of UHAS's efforts to foster international collaborations and broaden the horizon of its students. Speaking to some of the students who attended the event, they expressed their appreciation for the opportunity to interact with students from a different part of the world. They also noted that the forum was an excellent opportunity to learn about other universities. I am Sandra Ananyame from UHAS Base TV.
To student politics, UHAS TESCOM held its elections on Wednesday with students casting their votes for the various positions. The campaign season was marked by energetic rallies, door-to-door canvassing, and social media campaigns. The votes were counted immediately after the polls closed and results were declared. Perpetual reports.
103, 104.
The Tertiary Students Confederacy, popularly known as TESCON, held their elections on Wednesday, 15th March 2023, which saw enthusiastic participation from students across the campus. The UHAS TESCON elections were conducted via a ballot voting system, with students casting their vote for the various positions. Count votes began immediately after the voting process ended, and the results were declared on the same day by the Electoral Commissioner.
President Romeo Oseiwusu, out of the 138 votes, he had 136 saying yes and no. So that means he had 98.6%.
The election was a fiercely contested one, despite there being just OMR candidates for many of the portfolios, with students from different backgrounds vying for the various positions. The campaign season was marked by energetic rallies, door-to-door canvassing, and social media campaigns.
The most important aspect is what they do after today, the job they grant, as people say, and I believe that TESCON UHAS has a lot of work to do. We have to undo a lot of things that Teen has been busy doing, and I believe we are.
Also, Teen UHAS has appointed interim executives for the academic year and will hold new elections next semester. In a statement from Teen, it says consultations have been made with relevant stakeholders to appoint interim executives. Tufo Isaac was appointed as president and Goku Bright as vice president. The decision was made to ensure continuity of leadership and to ensure that the organization continues to serve the interests of the student body. Away from student politics, the UHAS SRC Women's Commissioner has announced a scholarship for the female students. The scholarship is aimed at providing financial assistance to female students who are facing financial difficulties in paying their tuition fees. The Women's Commissioner, Ms. Beatrice Akadu, speak to UHAS Base TV.
Tell us about the WUCOM scholarship.
Okay, so the scholarship is in collaboration with the SRC WUCOM by MFA Adawuda Foundation. Former students of UHAS and a former WUCOM of the UHAS SRC. She's currently a PhD student, and she deemed it important or relevant to support 2 female students on campus on their living expenses with an amount of 2,500 Ghana cedis. So with the eligibility, you have to be a female, and you have to be a student of UHAS, and also you have to be in good standing with the school, and you have to get a good academic credentials. So to apply, you have to write an essay, a 100-word essay.
Now let's look at the day's other news. Toby Seth Albert Francis Nyonyo, member of the Council of State for Volta region, has donated 200,000 Ghana cedis to the university. He visited the university to enable him experience firsthand some of the challenges facing the young but promising university. SRC has begun distribution of student ID cards and Vodafone SIM card at the city auditorium from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. each day. This will take place from the 16th of March to the 24th of March 2023. The National Union of Students Ghana, NUCS, is appealing to the government to uncap the Get Fund allocation, arguing that it has the tendency to hamper the progress of education. The group, along with Africa Education Watch, embarked on a placard-holding protest in front of Parliament on March 16th to petition Parliament to consider its request. Stay with us here in UHAS News at 6. Coming up next is Entertainment with Jace.
Need a ride? Take a Bolt. Fast and affordable rides at the tap of a button. Set your destination, request a ride, and your driver will arrive in minutes. Then enjoy the ride to your destination. Rate your ride. Pay as you go. Bolt, the smartest way to move. Download now.
Good morning, UHAS. Saturdays at 8.
Here. Good evening and welcome to the entertainment segment. Jace is my name. The Physician Assistant Students Association of Ghana, Pastor UHAS, held a Cooking Without Fire competition last Saturday for the ladies in the association by the Women's Commissioner, Magdalene Atamosis. It was an inter-level competition where the level 400s emerging as the winners. The Nursing and Midwifery Students Association is organizing a picnic on the 26th of March Sunday at the Parks and Gardens. There are side attractions such as KFC and bottle of Coke. Tickets are for sale at 25 cedis. It's cool, so you can't miss this. TESCON will hold a dinner and awards night later this month. This event is to celebrate the previous executives for their good work done from the MCE. The dinner is free and open to non-TESCON members as well. TESCON, commitment without inducement, but with huge motivation. Charlie, Free Food Day. On this note, I will say goodbye to you on this week's entertainment news. Catch up with you next week, same time. Enjoy the evening.
Need a ride? Take a Bolt. Fast and affordable rides at the tap of a button. Set your destination, request a ride, and your driver will arrive in minutes. Then enjoy the ride to your destination. Rate your ride. Pay as you go. Bolt, the smartest way to move. Download now.
Lastly, UHAS organized the Wazo Games in honor of the Vice Chancellor. The game brought together students from different faculties to compete in various sporting activities. It was a day of fun, games and camaraderie as students celebrated the achievements of the Vice Chancellor. Edwin from UHAS Hohwe reports.
The Vice Chancellor's Wazo Games, which took place on the 11th of March 2023, was held at the St. Francis College of Education School Park in Hohwe. It was fun and it was a success. Lecturers who were present could testify to it, though there was small attendance from the level 100s, but there were only two sporting activities that went on, the volleyball and football. The female volleyball, because of the less attendance of the females from the level 100s, they were mixed up with the continuing students who were present to make it fun and interesting because they didn't want them to be left out. Though we didn't have any female football game to witness, but with the male volleyball team, the disease control and the nutrition team formed one team, and the health promotion and the health information also formed one team. By the end of the day, the disease control and the nutrition team won the health promotion and the health information team. We then move on to the male football competition. It was a very, very great competition. The first game was between the disease control and nutrition team versus the health promotion and health information team. By the end of the day, the health information team won the match by 2-1 against the disease control and the nutrition team. This was all that happened. I'm Odru Edwin reporting for UHAS Base TV.
This edition of the news at 6, live from the Assembly Hall of Presidents. Do have a beautiful weekend.